late, but, you know, we're starting anyways. Everyone had been waiting patiently for me to get ready for this session because preparing is a bitch. So, let's see what the summary is of last time. So in the last two sessions, the group was approached by the first friendly NPC they had met in Merkvold just 3 days ago, Wilhelmina. And she told them that she knew of a way to get inside to talk to the Meyersdorf and find out what had happened there. Since no one could get inside, they decided to trust her, even though something wasn't entirely right. With two ladies of the Little Ladies Book Talk Club in Tau and a platter of cookies with sleeping potions in it prepared, the group then trusted and saw that Wilhelmina was quite successful in making the guards outside of the stables fall asleep and slip inside without any warning. It was then a race against the clock as the group tried to chase after Wilhelmina, who was already at the door or the next door trying to lockpick the lock. As a unexpected guard in the hay bale stopped the group from continuing further. So, whilst fighting this sleepy, hungover guard, Wilhelmina and the little ladies proceeded to go further into the manor. Eventually, the group caught up with them after fighting some dogs off, and rescuing the Lady Meyersdorf that had been locked inside of her living room. They heard some screaming and clattering of glass. They heard the yelling and ear-splitting screams of the little ladies upstairs, and when they finally arrived, they arrived at a scene in which the Lord Meyersdorf lay on the ground, bleeding. The window to this room broken and the curtains blowing out as a creature that none of them could imagine in their even worst nightmares fell from the ceiling, turned into a big brown bear, and proceeded to fight everyone of the group, seemingly protecting whatever was burning on the desk, hastily trying to get rid of the evidence. Eventually, the big brown bear, brought quite low to its health, turned into a large raven and flew out of the window, escaping the room.
That's you. Sorry. Yep. Yep. Sorry.
I just heard an echo. It was funny.
Yep.
And as that has happened, the group was then left with the aftermath, discovering that the Lord Meyersdorf had been killed. And then piecing the pieces of burned paper together, they found a letter addressed from Jack Daw to Holofernes Meyersdorf, telling him to pay up or else. They explained everything to the grieving widow downstairs and then proceeded to go to the place in which they knew Wilhelmina lived. There they found Wilhelmina's body, seemingly scared to death in her bed, ice cold. The group decided to stay the night there and sleep. And that is where we left off last time. So, to everyone else, each one of you took a watch last night, sleeping with their back against the walls on the cold stone floor of the small ship. You were watching, listening. One of you, Xanamin, saw that the Meyersdorf Manor had been looted during the night, but as you were all exhausted and needing to sleep, you waited. Morning breaks as you hear the cawing of a rooster just outside of the window in the fields. That is when everyone groggily wakes up with a fierce hunger in their stomachs. What would you like to do?
that was one hell of an evening yesterday.
You could say that.
How do you guys feel?
A lot better after some sleep.
Enough more than we can chew.
But I wouldn't know how to proceed from here on.
It's a tough one.
What to do about Wilhelmina, what to do about the mercenaries, or this town's, bad luck also as of late.
The clasp is too much for us to deal with. There's no way we're dealing with that.
I mean, is
I
it our
believe you're right.
responsibility?
No, it is not. In my honest opinion. It's terrible what's happening to these people, but... yeah.
I do think at least we will have to notify someone of Wilhelmina's death.
I agree.
She deserves a proper burial.
Probably should see if we can talk to Lady Meyersdorf. Hope that those mercenaries aren't still there. If they are, don't know if we're able to deal with like 12 of them. I think there was something like that.
Can I
tries to dig into her bag and gets the little pot of honey and cinnamon. Maybe you should hold on to it. I think you might make some good use of it, and I might just eat it. So.
Okay, I'll take it and I put it in my pocket. Can I walk to the window and see if the mercenaries are still trying to, empty the mansion?
Yes, of course. Make a perception check. As you look outside of the window of the small ship, up at the platform on which the Meyersdorf Manor is situated, you see that all the windows and doors are open. It's empty and devoid of people. There are crates and barrels just outside of the stables in which you entered last night. They seem to be empty. Some of them are broken, bits and pieces here and there, but doesn't seem to be a person in sight.
Yeah, they have seen. Yeah, it looks like they already left, and they took everything that was of any value.
That means we could visit. But, I mean...
She isn't going to like our visit.
Nah, she seemed
Maybe...
very... down yesterday.
Her husband died. I would be down if my other would die.
Are we going to tell her that her friend died as well?
We have no choice. We can't take care of her burial on our own. So we should at least talk to her book club friends and see if they can take part of that task from us.
Also.
In the meantime, Lux is kind of wandering off from the conversation and sits in the corner, and she's just feeling the little runes on the bowl with gems. And can she make out what it says?
Check.
Sorry?
Let me check. Give me 1 second. on the side of this bowl seem to be in the form of waves. They do not make any sense to you other than that.
Cinnamon,
Yeah.
do you know what these are?
Can I? Question. I
What?
walk over to the bowl and see what the runes, if I can decipher what these runes mean or say.
Hey, make an Arcana check. Seems to be some really pretty waves etched into the side of this bowl.
No, I'm a little bit distracted right now. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I did it again, didn't I? Yeah. Okay.
Don't
Sorry.
you have that identifying magic I've seen used before, Xanaman?
What do I now? I do not. I do not.
Well, I like it though, so I'll think I'll use this to remember her. I put it back into my bag and sit silently.
Okay, so Alduin's eating a ration. After breakfast, shall we head over to the Meyerdorf's mansion, see if we can talk to Lady Myersdorf?
Did Wilhelmina ever say where the other two ladies lived?
I don't think so. Alduin checks his notebook.
Think so.
No, pretty sure she didn't. But they were going to stay.
Sorry.
Well, they were going to stay over at
night.
at Myersdorf. So they should still
what
be there.
did you say, Xanamin?
That I asked if anyone knew if Wilhelmina mentioned what if where the other ladies of the book club lived, and after that I was going to suggest going to, as we didn't know, suggest to go to the mansion then. As also the ladies, we asked the ladies to stay over for the night.
What did you want to say, Lux?
Do you think this wolfhabling, was it a wolfhabling, Eldwin? Do you think it will come back for us?
With the notes that I have read, the notes, with the things that we learned about the Wolfablang, seemed to be a shape changer. I think that was the Wolfablang, yes.
Do you think it will come back for us?
We weren't its target. Neither did we really kill it. We hurt it, sure. Yet
not by much.
I will kill it if it
know.
comes near us. Just be sure of that.
Well, to be fair though, Brion, I don't think the two of us were doing a lot of damage to it.
We weren't.
They're quite low.
No.
One of the things that you realize is that you brought it quite low, that it fled.
Yeah.
But it was mainly Xanamin.
Yeah, neither of us were doing any damage. It seemed to be completely immune to our physical attacks. I damaged it through the fire on my sword, but not through my sword itself.
I didn't know that. I usually just smash.
And in most cases that works, but this creature seemed to be resistant to it. Or immune even.
Make an Arcana check with advantage, Xanamin. because you knew. I think you had a natural 20 finding out it was a Wolflablang in one of the previous sessions.
I think he did,
Yeah.
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 So I'll just give you a refresher of what a Wolflablang is.
Huh. Ask the wrong person.
Yep. It's still a 12. It's better than nothing.
No, it's what you needed. Let me check if it was what you needed. Need to find it. Yes, you needed an 11. It is immune to piercing and slashing.
Yeah. Swords
also
or arrows.
Not to bludgeoning. It's immune to piercing and slashing. Because it is a medium ooze.
You got a hammer, Brill?
Its
Somewhere tucked away?
conditioned immunities are. It is also immune against being blinded, charmed, deafened, exhausted, frightened, and prone. It also is absolutely not a charismatic creature at all. Which makes you also realize that the Wolfablang cannot have been operating on its own, and whoever was impersonating Wilhelmina that night was not the Wolfablang. You also remember that one of the ladies was saying that Wilhelmina turned into a man, and then that creature appeared from the shadows.
And also the glass was broken from the inside out.
That is where this man escaped from when you recount the
Yeah.
tales of the two ladies.
Yeah.
I don't understand a lot about this, but maybe we should head to Wilhelmina next, or to the Meyersdorf next.
Yeah. let's go.
Not really.
Much to do for us here.
Eaten this morning, I would like you to take one ration of your bag.
Let me take one off. Russian. Okay.
I kind of sigh and stand up and start walking outside.
I'll follow Lux.
Right? You follow outside, and as you take the route through Merkfall, you notice that not a lot of people are outside at the moment. You do see some shutters closing as you walk past.
We locked the door, by the way.
Okay, you lock the door. With what key?
The key that we found on Wilhelmina when we took care of her after we found her.
Okay.
We did find the key last time. I think Guillaume found it.
We don't seem to be very welcome here anymore. We shouldn't stay any longer than we have to.
You go to Meyersdorf Manor, and you find it in a very sorry state. As you slowly walk into its halls, you notice that all the doors are open. You can look inside. In my haste, I was unable to open these doors in the map. Unfortunately, I did not have the time for that,
Looks
but I did do
awesome.
that on the upstairs.
You shouldn't tell us. We won't even notice. It's awesome.
Yeah.
We wouldn't. It's amazing.
Anyways, you see that all of the precious books of Emmeline Meyersdorf have been torn to shreds, fallen onto the ground. Bookcases have been upended. the couches and chairs that were once so beautiful have been torn to shreds, looking for apparently something precious. You see that even some of the furniture has been taken out of the manor. Whoever may have found use for it. In the music room to your left, you even see the piano has disappeared. The plants have been ripped from its pots and baskets. You do not see Emmeline Meyersdorf downstairs. Do you
Do we
want
see?
to look somewhere else upstairs, or do you want to explore further?
Do we see any signs of more struggle? That we see blood, for example,
You do
and where we last left Lady Meyersdorf.
You last left Lady Meyersdorf on the couch here.
Yeah.
She's not there. And if you want to investigate this room, please make an investigation check.
I will.
I will assist Xanamin with that.
Okay, so I roll with advantage.
Yes.
Yes. Investigation. Oh god.
Investigating this room, trying to find traces of blood, you are unable to see any of it. It is just wanton destruction of the properties of the Mayadors here. You see that anything of value has been taken. Anything that was less than valuable or too heavy to carry outside has been destroyed.
There doesn't seem to be anything here, but
No blood.
yeah.
But that is just downstairs, unless you want to look upstairs.
Yeah, we should go check upstairs.
Yeah, we should.
Stay together.
Okay, well, move your tokens accordingly.
If I can find the position. There we go.
You find Lady Mayerdorf. She's bent over the desk in the room, standing on top of a pool of blood and seeped into the carpet in which her husband had lain down. She seems to be writing something.
I shall join you to the.
So I'm guessing the mercenaries found out that your husband was dead.
Wasn't it?
I can't hear you.
It is.
With your mic.
Ah, yes, Aldwin, wasn't it?
Yes.
The mercenaries indeed have figured out that my husband has passed away last night, and that anything of value, which is his word, had passed with him. So they decided to take what they thought was rightfully theirs from the manor. Fortunately, they left me alone. I wanted to thank you, though, for your help in aiding and protecting me from the terror that has taken my husband. I do not expect you to find this frightening fiend, as I'm sure he is far too terrible to defeat by yourselves. I'm writing, to the Margrave for help, and I hope he will aid me by sending me some shields of the plain. In the meantime, I will be residing in my sister's mill and protect myself for now. She then just turns around, and then from underneath the desk, she just bumps against it, and a small little drawer drops out. She smiles and grabs something out of it. Here is a reward for your help in chasing that terrible creature out of my manor. I hope it is enough to find your way home. It is part of my private collection that I've been able to secure during the looting last night. I really do wish you good travels. And then she gives you each a gemstone. Seems to be a hefty ruby. If you look carefully at it, you could estimate it to be between 40 or 60 gold worths, depending on what purveyor you could find.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope the
That's
clasp
very generous.
leaves the village alone for now. Hopefully
The
death,
class.
the people your husband had dealings with, criminal organization from Western.
Why do you think so?
Something they were trying to destroy, a letter, correspondence
Really?
your husband had.
Do you have this letter by any chance?
I do
I
not
believe I do.
myself.
I believe I took it.
I think it would be quite valuable if I could send this to the Margrave in Westruun. Would you mind giving it to me?
Yeah, I give her the letter. Other than that, can I make an insight check on how she... I want to know if she is trying to get rid of us in any way. Just
Make an
husking us
insight
out
check.
of the... Yeah.
Go for it.
Let me just not do that with advantage. Roll 20!
Give me 1 second. It seems that she is curt, polite, and is rewarding you for your efforts. She doesn't seem neither hasty nor slow. Seems pretty perfectly cadenced.
Again, we were sorry that we couldn't be of any more help to you, and that we couldn't save your husband from what has befallen him. And
I accept your apologies. This letter is quite sufficient in trying to figure out what has happened to my husband last night.
DM, very quickly. So while Xanamin and Alduin were figuring out the letter, Alduin transcribed what they could read into his notebook. So he has a copy, basically.
That's great.
Right.
Okay.
Of what they could read, not the entire letter, because not everything was readable, but what they could read.
So are you giving her the letter?
I am.
Okay. She holds out her hand, and then you place it in her hand. She grabs it and puts it in the envelope.
Does Lux feel like she is who she says she is? Is she herself?
You don't really know Emmeline that well, but I'll let you make an inside check if you want. How would you think to discern if she's not herself if you've only met her for 5 minutes yesterday? Like,
While she was in a complete state of panic.
yes.
You might be able to tell if someone's acting.
Seems
But
like
not with
this
that role.
person standing before you is Emmeline Meyersdorf. You have no inclination to think otherwise.
One more sad story. We believe that the person that broke into this mansion yesterday killed Wilhelmina for entrance to this building. We found her body in her store, and Lux did take care of her body, but she would still be needing a burial service of any kind. We were hoping you could take care of that for your friend.
I will, certainly. Thank you for sharing this terrible news with me. I think somewhere I had expected that Wilhelmina was no longer amongst us after seeing whatever it was impersonating her last night. I will write to the Margrave as well, and I'll make sure that this will be arranged too. If that is all.
I look at the other members of our little party and in a way of, is there anything else that we missed right now? Anything else we should?
Not that I can think about, no.
We're very sorry.
I've already said apology accepted.
I think we should go.
Yeah.
What is your passive perception again, Lux?
15.
Okay. From the corner of your eye, you notice that just outside of the broken glass window is a black raven staring at you. As soon as he sees you seeing it, it will fly away. Other than that, nothing.
We have to go.
Yes. How far was it in days to the next town or village?
I wish you good travels. So you're leaving now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on the way out, I'll tell the rest that I saw this strange bird again and that it's still keeping an eye out for us. Not in a good way.
Get all these birds. What do they want with us?
We might know too much.
All right. So, as for leaving, depending on where you would like to go, if you want to go to Dawn Mist Pines, which is about 60 miles from here, to travel through the forest at 30 feet per 6 seconds, it would take you 17 hours and 36 minutes uninterrupted traveling in a straight line from A to B to traverse the 60 miles, which is impossible since it is a forest. So it would take you about 24 hours, including a break. Maybe a little over more than 24 hours if you also take like an 8-hour rest. So yeah, it's 2 days travel and a night's rest. It's also 60 miles per boat with a 10-mile per foot if you go over the river. To go from Merkfall to Torumgom over the river will be 8 hours and another 2.5 hours by foot in the forest. You can also go over the road, which is to the Thirst Fields first. I can show you the map. I think I have the map. Yeah, here. Oh yeah, I need to like put you all.
We also have the package, but I'm not sure if it's on the road. It's south from Merkfall.
Yeah.
Past Merkfield near the Bramblewood. I mean, I'm not sure if it's like a massive detour, but she also kind of deserves to know that her sister passed away.
Yeah. And it would be nice to drop off the package.
Was there any reason to go back to Locke, the druid? No,
Not for now, no.
No, exactly. Just think it out loud.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm uploading the map for you guys now to show you.
I'm also not done carving the bear for him, so maybe wait till it's finished.
Right. We should.
Okay, it doesn't seem to be uploading, unfortunately. I don't know why.
At
Hmm.
all.
Okay. Here, I can wait. I'll share my screen for the map.
Don't. It's not really gonna work because it's gonna screw up the stream screen.
Okay. Well, then I need to save it. I think with a JPEG behind it before it can work.
Send us.
Should be PNG will work as well.
Yeah, that's true. But like currently, it's a screenshot, so it has no end.
Taldore map.
Open Photoshop.
No, it's not that. It's this. I've made the map with the little thingies in it. Give me 1 second. Almost there. Yep. Okay. Come on, do it. You doing it? No. So don't know why it's not working.
Maybe for next time.
Yeah, maybe for next time then. Anyways, yeah.
We should
Um,
post it before.
I can just post it for you guys because that might be nice. Here you go. I posted it in Discord because then you can actually see it because it's quite useful.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. And this worked now as well. There you go. Here, I'm now showing it to players. It worked.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what would you like to do?
I only can't zoom in, so
There's also another token on the map that's not supposed to be for everyone, but it's fine.
Pointed out, no one would find it. Now they can
That's
look
fine.
for it.
if not good at reading a map.
I can't make the map any bigger, so I can't really tell what it says right now.
So
Can
Lux,
anyone see if it's like kinda on the road?
Lux, where were your people? The people you wanted to go meet.
In the Dalmas Pines, my
Dumbest
home.
pints.
Right, that's
My
like
hometown.
right, and that's Torumgorn?
Yeah. Well, no, that's in Dawnmist Pines.
It should be kind of on the road because it's south from Merkval, so it couldn't be that far of a detour.
Yeah, it was. The
Miles.
package was to.
Westrum,
Past the
right?
Merkfields near
Yeah.
near the Bramblewood.
Okay, yeah, that's south. If we head south on the road, then we'll get to Thirstfield. But if we're going to Torumgorn, that's a massive detour.
Oh, it's not that big of a detour.
Where do you want to go?
Well, first drop off the package and tell the woman that her sister's dead. And then we could travel to Dawnmist Pines. Right?
Did you want to go somewhere else, Eldwin?
Well, we also still have to go to the Grey Valley.
To plant the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could go there after we go to Dawnmist Pines.
Yes, because
Torumgorn is on the way to.
going through the Umber Hills is not really a good idea, so we should go around it, which means we have to pretty much pass Keimel.
We could take the coastline.
And then go via the waterway in from the east.
Yeah.
Oh, you can point.
Can we?
Oh,
Can we?
oh yeah, we can
No.
point now. Yeah, we can point now. So here is like
It's
an
not loaded in yet.
entrance.
Oh, there
Well,
it is.
it looks like an entrance on the map that we got from Locke. Although his map was old, so how accessible that entrance is of course questionable. And there doesn't seem to be anything around there, according to his map.
So, is that the
I would-
plan then?
Yeah, I'm down for heading to Thirst Field for Fields first. Too much in that name.
And then
And then
And
Torum
to
Gore,
Thomas
Yeah.
Pines, and then
Yeah.
go to the valley.
and then to the Grey
Yeah.
Valley, and then yeah, we can try the waterway, or head down south past Westron, then to Kymel, and then go up north. That'll take longer, but then we're traveling on the road instead of
We should
forests and
try
open
the.
fields.
I mean, we should try the waterway first. Seems fastest.
Yeah, but if it's not accessible anymore, that would mean that we'd have to travel back again. That's
but
Maybe-
we,
what I'm saying.
We could figure that
just-
out later.
yeah, you
We could
just
ask
said we
someone
shouldn't.
maybe-
Sorry, Lux?
We could ask someone maybe in town.
Yeah, let's see. I asked Wilhelmina.
Not this town, maybe a bigger town.
Yeah, I had asked Wilhelmina where we could buy a map. Let me just check my notes. I think she said West Run was the closest place that would be able to sell us maps.
Probably.
I think it was session 0 that asked that.
So,
They
I believe it's
might-
Western.
Yeah.
Say Brion.
I believe it was Western, where we
And
could
what did-
buy a map.
And what did you want to say, Lux?
I didn't want to say anything.
Before a few moments ago, you wanted to say something. Sorry, continue.
I said what I wanted to say.
They
Oh, I
might
said that
also-
we could ask around the bigger
Should-
village later.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
what you mean?
Thirstfield is bigger than the village we're currently in, and they might also have. Maybe they won't sell maps, but they might have some.
Yeah. Either
Yeah.
Whitestone or Westron is where we can buy a map. This is the closest
Right.
place.
So for Lux or Brion, you can make a history check to see what you know about the thirst fields.
You do it. I'll help you.
Quite a lot, it seems.
What did you roll?
22.
22.
Nice. So yeah, as someone who lives in Torumgorn, especially someone who follows the Archheart, you've made it quite a task for yourself to know the surrounding area and the little villages and hamlets that are surrounding the Dormist Pines. The Thirst Fields are a small farming community located northeast of Western and south of the Alabaster Sierras. They do a lot of food trade with Whitestone. The Durst Fields have a population of about 1,500, notably including a significant number of gnolls as citizens. The rest of the population is made up of humans and halflings and some other races. But it's very much aimed at farming. So lots of farming, because it is a farming community, there will be lots of stores for farming supplies. There will be a lot of produce for sale. Maybe a tavern.
So if you want really nice tomatoes or lettuce or onions, yeah, then it's really the place to go. Maps? Not so much, maybe.
Was a reason Wilhelmina said that Western would be the closest for a map.
But I mean, we should go there anyway.
muted,
You're
Alvin.
muted.
Sorry.
What did you say?
Well, my notes also specifically say like Whitestone is the largest chance for a map. Westrun will probably also have them and is the closest, but possibly that they don't have them.
But we have to go that way, right? So
Yeah.
Well, Westrun. If we go to Thirst Fields, we could take a road south to Westrun,
right.
and then go north again to Tomagorn. If we
Go on.
want to buy a map, which we should buy a map if we're gonna travel. We should really get a map.
We should.
Sure.
So then it's Thirst Fields now.
Oh, I forgot, and I quickly run back inside and hand over the keys to Wilhelmina's home to Emily and Emmeline.
You what?
I quickly run inside and say, "Oh God!" and I hand over the keys to Wilhelmina's home to Emmeline.
Okay. You run upstairs.
Mhm.
You run
I do.
upstairs and you enter the study.
I would
And
knock
the doors,
and run right away in.
and you run right away in. As you run right away in, and I believe, where are the others when this is happening? Because it's quite important.
Outside, I believe.
Okay, cool. Then
I
place
have
your
no reason to run back in.
place
Anyone
your
else?
tokens accordingly, please.
We still see the
Big map.
map.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Ah,
This is the end of Lux.
Could be.
This is how
But I
the
forgot
first
to
character
see.
dies.
Do you have a backup?
God damn it!
Just
I'm
move the
trying
player
to get
thing.
that. Yeah, I'm trying. Like it
I know.
kept not doing it with my
There it is.
touchpad. Now move your characters accordingly. So you said you were outside, not
yeah.
downstairs.
So that would be here, right?
Oh well, yeah.
Are those
No,
the
no,
front
no, no.
doors? What's the front
This
door?
is the front door. Yeah, this is the front door. Did.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I would assume that. Why can't I select? Okay. Something is not okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to refresh. Give me 1 second because I can't select any of the tokens and move them. Okay.
Someone's baking pancakes.
I'm not.
You would be here. And instead of
Nice.
Emmeline Meyersdorf, you see a man bend over the desk writing something. He looks up and looks over his shoulder. You again.
I forgot the keys. And
Genau.
Lux turns around and starts running downstairs.
No. He casts something and closes the door behind you. And now I would like you to roll for initiative.
Ew.
Okay. But
All of us?
before this all happens, give me 1 second because I need to open the initiative roller. There you go, and then delete everything, remove all turns. There you go. Okay, and then I'll add you manually, Lux. And everyone needs to roll for initiative unless you just want to hang out outside. I don't mind.
I like man's initiative.
Do you now like your man initiative?
I like man's initiative being 0.
Yeah,
You,
that.
you,
He
you
never
don't
gets a
know yet.
turn.
The man.
Come on.
Man never gets a turn.
Wasn't me. Aw.
So, Lux, these doors are suddenly closed behind you as you see a man standing in this room.
I start screaming as loud as I can. And as an action, I would like to cast Bane on the man.
Would like to cast Bane on the man.
Yeah.
Okay, that is, I believe, a charisma saving throw, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that is a 7. So that seems that you managed to bane him immediately. And now, before we continue further, I would like to take a 5-minute break so I can prepare some things for this.
I do
That
still have a bonus
means
action that I would like to use. Do I have to use it now or after the break?
Sorry, what did you say?
I would still like to use my bonus action though.
What is your bonus action?
I would like to summon my spiritual weapon and attack him.
Okay, summon your spiritual weapon, and I believe it was a sickle, right?
No, it was a sword.
a great
A
sword.
great sword.
Oh yeah, a great sword.
The like cool like vines and stuff wrapped around it.
Come on. Go. Here's your spiritual weapon. You can move it yourself. And an 11 misses.
That's what I thought. But
Now
next.
we take a 5-minute break. Thank you.
We will be right back.
Be right.
Yeah? So, as right before the break, the party had talked to what they thought was Emmeline Meyersdorf, who seemed to be quite short, polite, and noble. She gave them a reward and just made them go on their way. However, Lux, as forgetful she is, forgot to give her the keys to the small ship, the store that Wilhelmina, who the supposed friend of Emmeline Meyersdorf, used to own. And as she ran upstairs and barged into the door, she found not what she expected to be Emmeline's Meyerdorf, but a man with greying hairs and piercing blue eyes who looked over his shoulder and said, "Oh, it's you," and then cast something as door slammed shut behind her. She screamed loudly, cast Bane onto this man in front of her out of reflection, and created a shimmering great sword grown over with green vines right next to him that missed him quite easily as he ducked and grinned with yellowing teeth and a black hole just on his molar. His piercing blue eyes twinkled. And it is Brion's turn as you hear your friend scream from the second-story window. All the windows are open in this manor. What will you do?
Is the door in front of me open or closed?
It's open.
Okay, I'm going to run my full movement up or in. So then I'll enter here.
That's like 30 feet here. Yeah, so it's 30 feet here.
Yep. And I'll get my hand on my pike.
Okay. You can another 30 feet if you want to do that.
Oh right, I can. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So I
so
go up. Then
you
I
are
will
here.
be here.
Yeah, and then you can move another 30 feet if you'd like.
Where's my ruler?
So that would be from this point up here. This would be 30 feet here.
Right. Okay.
Perfect.
That's it.
Okay, do you want to say anything as you're running upstairs and you see that these doors are closed?
I'll shout out for Lux. That at least she knows I'm coming.
Okay, okay, yes. Now it is the man's turn.
Oh
He
crap.
looks at you. Hey, would you come back? I've given you gems as a reward. Taken the letter. We could have done this without a fight. Why fight, little elf girl? It's not necessary, you know. You could just leave. Okay, give me once. Just go. And he will cast fear on you. There's nothing here for you, you know. Just someone to be very afraid of. And suddenly, you see an image of your worst fears before you. And I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
My wisdom saving throws are very good.
It's a 7,
They're-
so you fail.
Ah,
You
I
drop
rolled a 2.
whatever weapon or thing or whatever you were holding in your hands, which is most likely your shield, I believe. That is what you would prepare yourself with. If you
I don't have a shield.
Okay, so whatever you are holding in your hands, you drop it to the floor.
I have nothing in my hands because I was just casting stuff.
Okay? And you become frightened for the duration. While you are frightened by this spell, you must make the dash action and move away from him by the safest available route on each of your turns, unless there is nowhere to move. If your turn ends in a location where you do not have a line of sight of this man, you can make another wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell will end. But for now, you are very afraid of him, as he is the source of all of your worst fears right now.
Do I move as a reaction or on my turn?
It's on your turn. Oh, I don't know. I hit fear. There you go. That was his turn. Now, from the windowsill, you see this black raven cocking its head, and then it just like almost like a bubbling wax from a pot. It starts to grow and bubble and grow and bubble, and it forms, and the feathers are falling out and falling as droplets of wax onto the floor as it suddenly grows and grows in size. And what you see is a big black bear. Still has some chunks out of it, and ribs of where ribs would be are exposed, but are just chunks missing. However, it is a big black bear on the windowsill as well. Go. Seems wounded still,
How dexterous is the bear?
but you
Because it's now
recognize
trying
it.
to balance itself onto a windowsill.
Well, then it's on here then. It has movement. But yeah, so that's a funny man.
Give
I'll
me a
remember.
second.
No problem, Cinnamon. I'll remember that. No, just kidding.
This is reference from
Alduin.
last night.
What? Alduin, what would you like to do? As you hear suddenly from upstairs the scream of Lux, Brion barging back into the house, and then in a few moments you hear the roaring of a bear, but not a real bear. No, this roar is familiar to you. It's that creature again that you were so unable to harm the other night. It's that bubbling wax-like vocal cords that are roaring in the night, in the morning of Merkfall.
Fuck. And he walks back inside. 10, 15, 20, 21, 25, 30. Full dash. 1, 5, 10. That would get him 15, 20, 25, 30. Takes a sword out. Bonus action. Inflame the sword. Hemocraft die. Of course it's a 4. Why would it not be a 4? Sword is now inflamed. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. So, with a flaming sword, Alduin is standing next to you right now. As he's just standing ready, Brion. You are now like shoulder to shoulder facing this closed door as you hear more noises coming from behind it. Xanamin, you are the last to react as you see all of your friends running back into the house, thinking that you just successfully ended this quest. What is happening? What will you do?
The thought that a message is an action is shooting through my head as I will run upstairs and will join Brion and Alduin on the top of the staircase. And that is the end of my turn.
Your
We
turn.
can't hear you.
Your
You
mic.
need to
Hello.
move your mic.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Lux, it is your turn right now. You are frightened. Which means you also have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer to it. You have to try, and you must take the dash action and
Mhm.
move away from it by the safest available route on your turn.
So as my bonus action, I would attack it again with the spiritual weapon.
Okay, you have disadvantage on this. It just completely misses as you are unable to even look at this man. Your spiritual weapon just slashes into the desk, almost breaking it underneath the weight of this big bear that's hulking down on it.
And then I try to get out of the door, see if it's locked, if I can just get out, get out, get out.
The door is not locked, and with just a single push, you push the door wide open.
And I'll. It is 30. So I would probably end up somewhere. Oh. Over there. Just
He's
running by
no
everyone.
longer in your line of sight, I believe. Yeah, you would not be able to see him. Okay, if the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of the source of your fear, you can make another wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, fear will end for you.
That's better.
Yeah, I just need to check. You probably saved against it, but oh yeah, there we go. Yes. So you save against it. You are no longer frightened of that man. You compose yourself in this room as you look at the bed that is just completely turned over. You see behind it the two bodies. One familiar, and the other one new. Behind this bed, and then you realize, no, you can't be afraid. Justice. Yes?
Yes.
As you are running away, though, and opening these doors, Brion, Xanamin, and Alduin, you are now looking into the eyes, the piercing blue eyes of a man standing in front of the desk with a charismatic smile. He just says, "Run, little girl." And I'll say that to you three as well. Run while you can, he whispers. Brion, what would you like to do?
To curl my mouth in a somewhat cocky smile, and then barge straight up to him and poke him with my pike.
Okay?
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I reach him?
Okay, so you were standing here. I don't think so. Has a pike reach?
Yes, it does.
I believe it does.
Yes, it adds 5 feet to your reach when you attack with it. So yes, you can reach him.
So I'm running up to him as fast as I can, and then just throw my body with my pike at him.
Okay, yeah. Okay, just I need to check one thing. Yeah, that's good. With a 10, you throw your body with the pike at him, and you hit him square in the chest. And as you hit him, you hear a and it's just a loud metal sound that rings through this room. So whatever this man was wearing in these like lofty little robes, you realize with a sudden cold realization, he's wearing plate armor underneath. What else would you like to do?
Okay, different technique. I'm all up in his face, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna give him a creepy smile.
Okay. And the smile is returned with an even creepier one.
Awesome.
It is now his
Smile off.
turn. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Let's do that.
Never a good sign if the DM says that.
you suddenly hear this man whisper, and it just becomes a discordant melody that you can hear, and it's in your mind and it's outside of it, and it becomes louder and bigger and multiplies everywhere, and it's racking your brain with a terrible pain. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Moi?
Make a wisdom saving throw. Yes, you. That is a failure. And
I
you
figured.
take 8 psychic damage, and you must immediately use your reaction, if available, to move as far as your speed allows away from him.
Okay. Plop.
Did you take the damage of yourself?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. And just these whispers are just really wrecking your brain right now. It's very painful. Yes, run! Run like I'm telling you. Run with your tail between your legs. And then he says, now go! Get them! And the bear that's on the desk jumps off. And will stand in front of the door, waiting, and then just growling, readying himself. It is your turn, Aldwin, as you see all of this happening. What would you like to do?
Alduin, with not a single bother in his eyes, walks. With his sword, just walks. 5, 10. Oh, what did he just do? What
he
did you...
he did his movement as well.
Oh,
Sorry.
he is running now? Okay. So he's just gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Well, that's 30, actually. That's 30. Sorry, I can't count. Standing there, just looking at the man. So you're running now like a little bitch? And takes the dodge action. Not
Make
looking at the
an
bear.
intimidation check as well.
Not that he's good at that. Like he
just
talks
wanna
more
see
intimidating
how
than he actually
effective.
is. Let's see, intimidation. Where's intimidation? There it is. It's a 3.
You
Nice.
hear this man chuckle.
So he's just
Ouch.
ready to parry with a flaming sword right now.
All right. Now it is Xanamin's turn. Xanamin, what would you like to do?
Let me see. Several things I would want to do. Yeah. What are we going to do? I will cast a spell as an action, and I will use my. I will do my snowball action that I used before, and that will be 5 feet radius, just around here, I believe.
Sorry, again, you want to do your what?
My Snillock's snowball
Yes.
swarm.
Snillock Snowball Swarm, no problem. So, suddenly a flurry of magic snowballs erupts around this bear, battering this magical wax form of it. And he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
And he rolls a natural 1.
That does not save.
No, definitely not. So, and he takes 8 cold damage.
Yes.
And it's just with a gurgling, inhuman sound. You hear like roar in front of you.
And with that, I will try to move. 1, 2, 3. 4. and I will use my bonus action to take 2 sorcery points and get a second level spell slot back.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. And with that, also charging one of my runes. Let me just
Okay.
check if it was 2 spell sorcery points for a second level, or if I'm confusing stuff right now.
You can look that up in everyone else's turn if that is okay.
That's
You know
fine.
when shit's
Go.
bad when wizards get into melee range.
It is now Lux's turn as you compose yourself into this linen room. You hear your friends fighting this creature. You hear Brion running away from it, and out of the corner of your eye, you see her running towards you right now. What would you like to do?
We have to get this guy. So I'll just get back over there. And I'll scream at the man in the windowsill to approach, and I'll use command on him.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
I like it. Then, what is the saving throw, please?
Wisdom saving throw. And also he's Bane, so minus 1d4.
Oh yes, please remind me of that for every spell attack and thing he does. He hasn't done that yet, but keep
No.
reminding me. So and this is a wisdom saving throw, right? Yes. Okay. And he has a minus 1d4.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works. He rolls a 13. His wisdom saving throw is 13.
Oh, there was a total. My spell save DC is 13. So he saves, right?
Yes, he just manages to save.
You
Sorry.
did the minus d4?
Huh? I did it was a full 4.
Then I'll move my
He rolled
spiritual
a
weapon.
yeah, so he rolled a 16 plus 1 minus 4.
And I'll also try again to prick him.
Okay, yes. Make a attack.
No, it's not working.
A 12 does not well again your spiritual weapon stabs him right in the chest, and now you as well realize that it like with an almost holy reverberation in this room, realize that he is wearing plate armor underneath. This man is sneaky.
He came prepared.
Very much prepared. It is now Brion's turn. Brion, what would you like to do?
Well, I didn't have to run from him anymore. It was just my turn.
Yes, that's only during that turn. It's that is part of a spell that he casted on you.
Okay, so I'll stop in my tracks. And I'll turn around and run back over here.
Yes.
Do I have view of him?
Let me see. Yes, you would have view of him.
Okay, I am going to fling one of my throwing axes at its face.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yes, without any trouble, your throwing axe flings right into its face, and you stab it right half into its skull as it's like just bleeding over its eye down. Roll for damage, please.
I get an extra damage die
Yep.
because of my savage attacks.
I think if you just click on throwing axe, it would calculate that for you, but I'm not quite sure.
It should.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so that's it does. So that's 6 plus 5 is 11 damage to this man
Um,
standing on the windowsill.
do you mean the extra damage dice from your ability as a fighter?
Yeah.
Because that it didn't roll. It just rolled normal
No,
advantage.
it's racial. For my half orc, when you hit a crit, oh, it's a melee.
Oh yeah, it's not a melee.
Okay, yeah. So, with your natural 20, you throw this axe right into its face. By doing so, and aiming it just in the right way, his head knocks against the windowsill beam, and he falls prone right here.
And I'm going to scream, "Fuck you!" in orc at its face.
All right. So he's kind of like falling off the desk and the windowsill into this plant pot, clattering this pottery all over the floor. He's just like half on the ground, half there, and he's looking around with a look in his eyes where this was not part of the plan. He says, I will guess I'll have to take you all one by one. Now it is his turn, and he takes half of his movement to stand back up and stand here. And then he will throw his dagger. He does not have line of sight of Brion, unfortunately, so he will throw his dagger at Alduin.
With disadvantage. Because
Why
I took
disadvantage?
because I took the dodge
Bane.
action.
Oh,
because I
good!
and also Bane minus a d4.
Yes, awesome. Okay. 1d20.
Because dodge is also unranged, right? Let me just quickly check if it's also unranged. I think it is.
Yeah, because this is a ranged one.
Yeah, I think it's also unranged. Any attack roll, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just roll normally because this is a lot of rolling. So yeah. So, with a 9, you see that his dagger just flies past your head. He has normally quite an amazing aim, but for some reason there's this greenish light in the midst of the air that just curves this dagger to the side. You see the dagger fling into the wood behind you, and there was this very putrid smell as it flew past your head, and you realize it's good that it didn't hit you, because that dagger was not just a dagger. And then he just like, no! And he will... Okay, let me see. Yeah, okay. And then he will just say to his, like, you creature! Grab them and tear them to shreds now! And with these words, you see the creature just growing just a little bigger. There you go.
As in enlarge?
No.
Okay.
It's writing himself, seemingly inspired.
Okay.
It will now attack you, Alduin.
Still with disadvantage.
Sorry about what, Xenamin?
Huh?
The
tiny child.
Had somebody, yeah, my nephew,
The tiny
was
child.
here and he wanted to play on the Switch right now because.
Oh,
streaming doesn't
I
mean
didn't
anything to my
notice.
parents.
It was
So-
hilarious because at the same time, my boyfriend was also
Yeah.
into yeah.
I think we
Yeah,
had
fine.
we had 2 cameos today. 2 cameos, special guests.
Cameo. Yeah.
Yep.
My boyfriend is making sure that I'm nice
Cool.
and cool in my room as he's put the air conditioning in here.
Right.
Anyways, so let's continue. So this bear, like seemingly inspired, not growing bigger, is now about to attack you. With
Dis-
disadvantage.
Yes.
We will first try and bite you. Is it still with disadvantage? Was
Until
it done, or is
every attack until the start of my next turn.
Oh, very nice. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I can just click on this. This is much easier for me. So with disadvantage, that is a 14. Does that hit?
That is my armor class.
Okay, this bite attack would hit. That is 3 damage for the bite attack, and then the second attack with disadvantage. He will roll inspiration for that as well. Does a 14 hit again? Because he rolled a 12 plus 2 is 14, so the claw attack would also hit. And that's another 8 damage. So that's 3 plus 8 is 11 damage to you. As this creature is mauling at you right now. Just biting you right in your shoulder. Tearing just a chunk of your armor away. And then the claw attack rakes you deep into your flesh.
Okay.
Sounds nice.
Is its turn. Now it's your turn, Alduin. What would you like to do?
Yes.
Yes.
I am going to walk towards this asshole right here. So if you
So
want to do anything.
Yes, that's a attack of opportunity. No longer with disadvantage.
No longer with disadvantage. Just a normal
However,
attack.
okay. However, that is a 10 to hit. So you just knowing where these claws come, you
just
like
ducks.
parry. No, you parry with your sword. The claw rakes against the steel. You duck away and you just move like the man you are to Jack, or what you assume to be Jack.
Yeah, I assume this is Jack Daw. And while he's walking, he just bites his hand and just points at him, and like blood just shoots like into his eyes. And I'm just gonna hemocraft that shit. So we take 1 point. Nice. Take 1 point of damage. I am doing Blood Curse of the Marked, which also gives me advantage on. I'm assuming I'm in melee range right here. Like when would I be? He's sort of ubiquitous.
Yeah,
currently.
you can do it here. I'm sorry for that. Like
Yeah.
he's a little bit. Yeah. Let's do it just to make it okay.
To
Let's
make it
do
easier,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is a lot easier.
Yeah. So attack with advantage because I took the hemocraft, and also do an extra right damage if I hit. Advantage with the great sword. 16 to hit. Doesn't hit because it's plate armor.
Yes. Oh no, give me 1 second. Cause,
does it hit? Oh no, he doesn't get the minus D4. It's only on attacks.
So yeah. So he's wearing a half plate armor.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, so your great sword like clangs against it, but you are so close to cutting through it. Just not yet. You were close.
Wait, he's wearing half plate.
Yes, half plate.
Isn't that 15?
Okay, so no, it's difficult, but the actual stat sheets gave him an armor class of 19, which is half plate shield. I took his shield away, so that's a -2. So I put his AC at a 17 to make it easier for you guys. I don't.
Okay. That's
Very easy.
right. Okay, fine.
Yeah, no, it's just like
Then he's not
for
wearing half plate,
fluff.
but
Yeah, no, but just for fluff, I'm explaining what he's wearing right now, and I just took -2 to his AC to make it a little easier for you guys. So his AC is 17 for some reason.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, no,
His
that's until
half
the end of
blade
my
does
turn.
look very nice.
Right, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Yes?
Right, is that the end of my turn? No, actually, that's not the end of my turn. With that, I'm
Okay.
gonna move up here. Gonna jump on the table after I like hit him, and he parries, and I just jump on the table.
Okay, yeah, you like with one swift jump up into the air, you jump on it. The wood creaks underneath your weight, but no trouble because you are a lot less heavier than that bear, and you're blocking the way out for this this guy. With your passive insight, you notice there's a little flicker of an emotion behind those cold, blue, piercing eyes.
Ooh, there's some worry. Nice.
Xanamin, what would you like to do as you see your friend just like the
Badass.
badass he is? Yeah, I wanted to say a word I shouldn't say on Twitch. Like the badass he is, jump just slashing and clinging onto the armor of this this man and jumping onto the desk, blocking the way out. You are still facing this creature at its back. Like you see the wax dripping off, frozen in some places, and you know your magic is the only thing that's hurting this creature badly.
Tough decisions. As I am looking past the creature and I see Aldwin trying to prevent the man, or as we presume he is, Jack, from leaving, instead of focusing on the bear, I will focus for a turn on the man, and I will cast magic missile on the man.
Okay, well then cast magic missile
Yes.
and tell me how much damage he does.
3 bolts of magic missile. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you see him like just grinning as blood is pouring out of his wounds, like some parts of his armor like having tiny little holes of the well, actually no, the armor does not have any holes. It just clanks and finds its way underneath it into its neck and head and face. And you do 10 damage in total.
Yes.
More worry is flickering in these blue piercing eyes. What would you like to do for your bonus action?
At this moment, I don't have anything to do for my bonus action, but I'd like to persuade Beyond to, well, help a bit. Yeah. No, not in that way. It's more like either the bear or Jack. It doesn't really matter. But I'd sure appreciate it if she, distracted the bear as I was standing right next to that bear.
Okay.
Like that. More worries of me than blaming
You hear Xanamin! Bear! Brion Bear! That's
I'll be
basically
fine.
That's basically what you are able to say. You can't say a sentence or four.
Well, not in that desperate.
What are the
Brion
words?
Bear, and that's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay, clear.
So you hear Brion Bear, Lux. What would you like to do as you're standing from a distance watching as Xanamin shoots these magic missiles from his hand into a corner that you cannot see? What would you like to do?
I'm just kind of snarling and getting my longbow ready. And I'll move over here and try to get a clean shot, which should be possible.
Yep, no problem.
And I try to shoot him in the butt.
What?
Yes.
Okay, with a 22, no problem. You shoot into his butt. Roll for damage. 5 damage as this arrow pierces into this man's buttocks. He
And I
screams
would-
out in pain.
Like every man would.
If there's time, she would do a little victory dance while moving her spiritual weapon next to him and also try to whack him with that for the
Yeah,
first
you see
time.
Alduin like moving down, the spiritual weapon flies over its head and then just going down. Unfortunately, as you maneuver, the weapon just clanks against the wall behind it because the arrow is causing so much pain into his buttocks that he moved down in a reflex. You barely missing him with your spiritual weapon.
Whoops.
Oh, he's off
Alright.
balance now.
It's now Brion's turn. Brion, what would you like to do?
I would like to just hunch my body down like a wrestler
Yes.
and then run into the bear trying to grapple.
Bear hug him.
Oh, nice. Make a grapple. So that's athletics against athletics.
Ah.
God!
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
You are unable to grapple him.
Okay, so that was my action. But then I could use my action surge to take an extra action once
Okay.
per long rest.
Yes.
So I would like to try again.
Okay.
Just whoomp, and then do it again.
Okay. Unfortunately, you are unable to do this. This as soon as you are super strong, and now knowing where the strength of this bear lies, your arms glide around this form, and with your strength you like suddenly go through it, and you notice that its form just goes over your arms back up again.
Okay, well at least I'll be on top of it now, so it'll be some sort of occupied.
Yeah, can you move your token to where? Yes, thank you. Now it is this man's turn. And he will. So it is now Jack's turn, and Jack will do one step backwards. There we go. And then let's see. Six plus. Something like that. I want everyone in this cone, it's a 30-foot cone, make a wisdom saving throw. As Jack says, "Don't you hear me? I said run! I am your worst fear! I am your worst nightmare! Run away now!"
Roll 20, please. I don't ask much of you. I just would like to just kick this dude's ass.
Roll
And
20
I've been
is
having so
fucking
much
us
fun.
right now.
As
Roll
he
20
casts
Please. Come on.
Fucking
Fear.
us, big time.
Yes!
Alduin, you save against the fear. There's no fear for you here. You scream back into his face. However, Brion and Xanamin are both pissing their pants right now as just a phantasmal image of your worst fears is manifesting into this man. The way he screams in his piercing blue eyes, it's so frightening that you are now considered frightened by him, and you must take a dash action on your turn to move away from him. Okay.
Okay. So basically, this man without pants. That's
Worst fear.
worst fear.
Nice.
Mhm.
For me, it's bugs.
Bugs.
Which man? Oh, is it this man without pants is your worst fear?
Yeah, I was just joking around. I was filling the silence.
Yeah, sorry, I need to like keep track of the spells.
Yeah, that's why I'm filling the silence.
Okay, thank you. Then it's this bear's turn. Okay. Oh wait, actually he has to also make a wisdom saving throw because he's in the code.
Ha ha ha! Oh, I love this. Please
Yeah.
fail. That would be hilarious. Hilarious.
Everyone running. Running
He
with the
saves
Ah,
bear.
damn it.
against it,
Mm.
knowing his master's words. He saves against it and turns to Xanamin, as that is the person who has been damaging him the most. And he will multi-attack. First, he will bite you with a natural 20.
Can I just have a second before just the wording of the rune child thing?
Yes, go for it.
The damage reduction, if it's on a hit or on the damage itself. When I take damage. So yeah, okay, yeah, fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so he bites you for 6 plus 2 is 8 damage. As you take 8 damage from the natural 20. Like, he bites you so hard because you are so frightened watching this man in the corner, the jackdaw, and this creature just manages to bite you so hard. Are you taking off your own damage, by the way?
Yeah, I will use a reaction as to reduce damage for the
Okay.
1d6.
Yes.
That's a total of 1.
So you take, I don't know how much it was just now.
It was sick. It was
3 and 3 is 6 plus 2 is 8 damage. So minus 1 is 7 damage in total you take now. And then with its second attack, he claws you. Does a 15 hit?
15.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes, because
yeah,
your
15
AC is
hits.
13.
Yeah.
And he claws you for another 6 damage as it rakes through your thin robe, and you have like these claw marks on your chest right now. That was its turn. It hulks down onto the ground and it roars with this wax-like gurgling sound. It is now. Whoops, sorry. It's Alduin's turn.
I don't want to complain, but I didn't take any damage from that last hit. You just said it hit.
Yeah, no, I
6
said.
damage.
Yeah, 6.
6
It was
damage.
6
Okay,
damage.
great.
Yes, that's what I said.
You just didn't hear it.
I
Yeah.
did it. Mm.
Alduin, it's your turn, resisting against the frightening words of this man. You are not frightened. You know fear.
Alduin cocks his head and is like, we were about to leave. And then hits him with the sword.
Okay.
Great sword, come on. Roll 20.
Come on then, Alduin.
Come on, roll 20. 17
And that
hit.
hits! It hits! You have found your way behind this armor, and it slashes like deep into its collarbone, as like that's the part that's uncovered. And with fire and steel, you're damaging him severely.
10 points in
Okay.
total.
10 points. Sorry. Can I just move your spiritual weapon here for now?
Yeah,
Because
that's
I can't.
clearer.
Yeah.
Sure.
It doesn't matter if it has
Fear!
advantage anyway.
Like
so.
his eyes are widening, his pupils are diluting. You see that he is afraid of you right now.
So Alduin looks up and like, got you now.
Okay, and he needs to make
That's-
a concentration check. Give me 1 second.
Ooh, very nice.
and he fails. So as you create fear into this man in this corner, you see like the light in his hands flicker and dim out, and both of your friends suddenly turn and look at what was once the source of the fear, and what they see now is a whimpering old man on his knees with a sword stuck in his shoulder.
Who's now wearing pants again.
Nice.
Great.
That is the
What
end of my
would you-
turn.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Xanamin, what would you like to do? You are no longer afraid.
I shout at Alduin that he has to take care of the man without help, and I will white out my help. And
Okay,
I
so you
will-
say, take care of him without
yeah,
my
that,
help.
something like that. And I will use another snowball at the bear. Want me to
Okay.
draw it again, or do you think it's okay?
No, I know. I know that you will probably manage.
Not hit, not hit.
No
the
problem.
yeah.
Continue.
Okay, great.
So, okay, he
Dex
needs
saving
to
Yes.
throw.
a dex saving throw. Yep. Oh, that's a 19. He
Ah.
saves against it. So he takes 6 cold damage. You're so careful not to hit Brion that you move it just a little bit too far away from this hulking black bear, but it still managed to batter its wax-like form, taking off damage, and you know you got it damaged further than last time right now. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Well, I'd like to take a step back, but then I'll get hit, and I won't like that.
Okay.
So I will be standing here right now.
Okay, Lux, this is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to jump forward to Zeneman, and I'll use Cure Wounds on him.
It's Finn is doing a little dance.
Curing
wounds.
wounds.
Curing
You
wounds.
just put the slash before the R.
Yeah, I know.
Cure
Yeah.
wounds. Cure
Hmm.
wounds.
What if
If I
what
can
did I do
win,
now?
you too. Wow, I suck. Okay.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
6 plus
Okay.
6. 12.
So you
12.
feel Lux's hand on your shoulder, and her comforting touch brings you suddenly vigor and health back into your body as the wounds very gently close.
And I'll move back and attack the guy with the spiritual weapon again.
All right.
Nice.
Yay!
24
It hit.
definitely hits.
Oh,
This
I-
guy
yeah.
is now
wil vragen of je dit circuit wil spelen.
Ik heb er geen
Jens,
tijd om dit te
mute.
spelen.
Nou, dat lukt mij steeds niet.
Oké, moet je even aan opa vragen, misschien kan hij het wel.
Nee,
Maar Jens, je moet een circuit even spelen. Je
Ja.
moet even Mario Kart doen, Jens.
Ja, even Mario Kart doen.
Heel belangrijk.
Hi. Okay, so. Where were we? Yeah, so
I
Lux.
managed to roll damage.
Yes. So your sword right now, just finding its spot. You, as Alduin is bent over Jackdaw from the desk. Jackdaw is on one knee before him. Your sword sinks down into his back. He's now pierced by 2 swords, just bleeding profusely on its last legs.
Yes.
Gurgles blood. That is your turn, Lux.
I just scream at him, "You're crazy!" That's it.
And it is now Brion's turn. Brion, what would you like to do?
I am going to take my other throwing axe spit on it, and throw it at him.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Oh, that was twice. Sorry.
But
the first
a
was to hit.
23 definitely hits.
Good. Does my spit do anything?
How
It might infect him.
would you like to do this?
I want to decapitate him as far as I can.
So with like your throwing axe, you fling it. Alduin just moves out of the way as he hears the steel whistling into the air, and then just with that, the axe
Buddy roll.
chops down the tendons in his neck, and then just hangs, like sinks into the wall behind him, and the head slowly rolls onto the floor in the middle of the carpet where you once found the dead body of Holofernes Meyersdorf, the blood now mixing into the blood stains of last night. But that is not the end of it. The Waferblang turns around, sees its master suddenly like decapitated. It turns into a raven and tries to fly away.
Yes, come past me.
Okay, well, it's the option, I think. Yeah, so it tries to fly away. So Brion, you will get a attack of
Attack of
opportunity.
Xanamin, punch
Okay.
it. Punch it.
Punch it?
Xanamin can punch it.
Oh, right. Okay.
And Xanamin can punch it. Yes.
Oh,
So
that's not,
with
that's
an
not good.
8, it's also a slashing or piercing damage, so that would not do anything. And Xanamin?
Let me just figure out how I can do an armor of
It's a
Turn on
1d20
attack.
minus your strength.
minus my strength.
Yeah, because you don't have a plus. Let's be honest. You don't have a
Yeah,
plus.
just my strength modifier, right?
Yeah.
1d20 minus 1. Yeah.
So
that
it misses.
misses.
Yes. Aldo, so that it uses its action to turn into a raven and then flies. It's currently whistling past you, Alduin, right now as it's trying to fly out of the window. What would you like to do?
Is it leaving my attack range? Oh no, it's still next
not
to
yet. Yes, it's still next to you.
me. Lovely. Yeah, no, I'm hitting it with the greatsword.
Would you like to hit it with the flat of your greatsword or with the sharp edge?
If I could do that, if I can hit it with the flat part of my greatsword, that would be lovely.
I
If that
will
is
allow
something I
you.
can do, then I will
Yeah.
do the flat, doing bludgeoning damage. Then I will do that.
Clap.
That will be 11 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah, greatswords aren't meant to be swinged with a flat side.
No,
It's
actually,
way more air
I'm
resistance.
sorry. A 11 hits. Yes, that's its armor class. That's the armor class of a black bear.
Oh! Is that max
How?
damage? Barely.
Would you like to end this creature made
Oh.
of wax and ooze?
Right, so he swings like a baseball bat because, you know, it's the flat end of the sword, not the blade, so it's slower. So he is just a bit off, so it's a bit early. And he hits, and it just smacks and splatters against like the side of this beam. Just boom.
As the hot of your great sword smacks against this creature, it splatters against it, and the fire just melts the last droplets down as it just a river of almost like a pool of wax forms on the desk and windowsill, and that is where this battle ends.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I just forgot to give her the keys, and then it wasn't her, and I got there, and it was like him, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, we got the guy now. I mean, yay us.
Yay us, yes. But this, to now answer your question, is the clasp going to come after us? They might now.
Yeah, we have to run.
Well, I guess it's a good thing the raven didn't fly out of the window to tell them.
Yes. Yes, that is a very good thing. But they are going to come check.
They will
Can I,
definitely miss this man.
When we were little, with
Can
the
I
wood and
strip the man?
all.
You
Yes.
certainly strip the man.
Would I possibly be able to see if I could wear the plate armor?
I'm
It's
also
a
very
half
interested in
plate.
that.
Half plate armor.
And it's
It's
a very
medium armor.
pretty half plate armor. It seems also completely unscathed by any of the magical attacks that were cast by Xanamin.
Would I fit into it?
It seems quite small for you at the moment.
At the moment. Would would one of you guys mind if I see if I fit this?
I would also try to see if I fit in that armor.
Okay, I'll give it to
I
you.
am
Okay,
not
so we
going
have
to fit.
Alduin and Brion and Xanamin just all
No,
like
no,
grabbing.
no, I'm not.
No. I mean,
I don't wanna.
listen, I'm wearing chainmail. I don't
Anyways,
know what any one of you is wearing,
I-
but if anyone can
am-
use it.
I'm also wearing chainmail. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. So you are wanting to strip Jack Door of his
Mhm.
half plate armor, but you are also
this
wanting
stuff.
to see whatever else he has on him. So if you want, you can make an investigation check to see if you can find anything in whatever pockets he might have hidden on his body.
Would you like to help me with this? Bjorn?
Yes, I would like to help you with that.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I think it was
shouldn't be my
Brion
task.
who
I was-
said
Brion,
that she
yeah,
wanted
that's
to do
great.
it.
I don't think I should check him. I'm not very good at finding things.
Okay, you should just see you just see Brion trying to like shimmy this man out of the half plate armor and then say, whatever you want to do, you can check
Brion?
out. I'm just want this armor.
This man.
Bjorn, hold up. Let me help you with this. So Brion's helping me with this then by shaking.
Good.
Okay, investigation check. There we go. 16.
Okay, yeah. So with a 16, you find 158 gold in total. You find 5 gemstones: a carnelian, a chrysoprase, an onyx, and a sardonyx.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep up with that. I'm not being able to keep up with that.
It's fine. There you find 5 gemstones worth 50 gold each.
Right?
A potion of healing.
You might have forgotten about that one.
Or simply did not have the time.
Bitch.
And a half plate armor. You also find a letter. It's the letter that he had been writing.
All right. Oh, and also the other letter, or did he destroy that one?
You also find the pieces of a letter in his pocket. Yes. It hasn't been destroyed yet. He did not have the time in the few seconds or like the few minutes that you guys had moved out of the manor. Would you like to read the letter?
Yes.
Okay. It simply says. Give me 1 second. Simply says, "Dear Margrave Brandon Zimmerset, I am writing you from the Meyersdorf manor. I'm writing you from Wanda's Mill, my sister's abode. My manor has been completely looted and stripped of its possessions by a ruthless band of bandits. I presume that they are part of the Ravagers, called by a druid that goes by the name Locke in the forest, the one who has been behind all of the terrible terrors that have been plaguing my wonderful town. My husband has been murdered by this man as well, and I implore, no, beg you for your assistance, as you and the shields of the plain have been known far and wide in protecting villagers and people from these ravaging band of barbarians that are terrorizing these plains. Please help me rid this town of this pest that goes by the name Locke, so I can once more reinvigorate my business in the memory of my late husband, Holofernes Meyersdorf. With great
Respect.
respect, Emmeline Meyersdorf, widowed of Holofernes Meyersdorf.
Brion,
Yeah.
didn't you mention something about the Ravagers?
Hmm.
Were you not
Um,
with them at some point?
it's where I grew up, actually.
Well, the clasp is trying to blame it on them and Locke. As
I can't blame them.
with the sword, hold the letter to the sword and just burn the letter.
I can't blame them. I mean, I haven't left the Ravager camp just because I could. You don't leave.
Still, they're saying Locke called them, which is not true in any way, shape,
That's
or form.
definitely not true.
Wonder how
I
the
mean,
clasp knew about that.
We wouldn't know, would we? For how long have we met the man?
Well,
I'm a pretty good judge of
everyone was everyone was
Did
you say
suspecting
Lux?
Locke
I'm
anyway in
sorry.
this town.
Could you say that again, Lux?
Everyone in this town was suspecting Locke anyway, so it was easy to point fingers at him, I guess.
Yeah,
The class would know that just by asking around.
yeah. But why specifically the Ravagers? How did they know about his connection to the Ravagers? We know this because we spoke to him and because he recognized Brion's tattoo thing.
That's a good question.
For
Are there a lot of
He
orc
has been hanging around.
tribes?
What did you say, Lux?
Are there a lot of orc tribes, or is it just like this group, the one that you left?
No, I think there's more. I mean, just like humans and elves can, orcs and half-orcs can live anywhere. I mean, technically. But, I mean, this Jack person, he has been hanging around here for probably a long time. So we would have known about Locke from the other people.
And also, he did have his spy. I
Yeah.
think Birdie knows knew a lot about us as well, just from listening.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, by the way, in the meantime, Brion is retrieving her axe. And the other one as well. And kind of just shaking all the gunk off and then putting it back on her belt.
To that note, with that investigation check, you also find 2 poisoned daggers on him.
Ooh.
Good.
These are poisoned.
Are they?
Yeah. I don't think any of us really used...
Lick it, find out.
I don't have to lick it to smell it. Here, smell it.
Oh.
She's taking it.
Lux, you're pretty dexterous.
Yeah.
Maybe you can use these. You can throw them. I'm not very good at throwing things. Well, Brion, you were also pretty good at throwing things. Although that's more a strength-based thing that you were throwing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is for closer range and extra poison.
You say, Brion, you're pretty good at throwing things, you say as she's like retrieving her hand axe from his head.
I mean, only... I wouldn't know how to throw a dagger.
No. Yeah, I know how
I
to
can
throw them.
fling
I'm
an
just,
axe.
good at it.
Oh, poop.
You know what, Lux? You take these for now because you're the best person to actually use them in the case that we need to. I think.
Sure. Okay.
Quick question, Brion. How good are you at decks?
What kind
How
of things
how
do you mean?
dexterous are you?
Nah,
0?
nah. No, not 0. But it's not great. Definitely not great.
Charm. What is your AC currently? We're just going to talk stock stats real quick.
My AC is 16.
Okay, so the half plate will give you 15.
Oh, okay.
If it's
so
if
that's
it's
not
half plate,
working.
which is still up in the air, it's apparently half
That's
plate.
not working, but it's not gonna fit me anyway. So, and I'll hand it over to Alduin.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean that up first, if you don't mind. Looking at like
I
the
think
blood.
it looks badass, like it is.
See, I already tend to have a lot of blood going out from everywhere.
My
Maybe
axes
that's-
are on my belt, and they're just dripping his brains.
The armor doesn't really look that used or old.
No, it looks pretty nice. Aldo takes like a rag,
It looks
cleans it a bit.
it looks great for what we just did with it.
Yeah. Well, we
mean, if you
did,
look at
we
the
did hit it
guy-
a couple times. Like, there's a couple of dents when we hit it, but didn't get through. When we actually hit it, we hit the neck, which, yes, you know, armor doesn't really protect that often. Good shot in the butt, by the way, Lux.
Oh, thank
That
you.
one
My
was
pleasure.
really cool. That
I was
really
just
cool.
waiting to get this guy.
Yeah.
But
Felt good.
sometimes all you need is a good butt shot.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
So after he's
So,
cleaned the armor a bit. Okay, yeah, go for it.
Do we leave him here?
Why not?
I mean, this town is fucked already. The Meyersdorfs. I mean, I don't know where Emmeline is, but if this guy was her, then
She's dead.
She's definitely dead. Yeah. I am right now wondering if we should make the body go missing.
Right?
Yes.
Lux, you remember 2 bodies behind the bed in the linen room.
sorry,
Yeah,
Two
sorry.
bodies.
The others are also still here.
The others.
Yeah, in the other room. The other bodies.
Mr.
I think
Meyersdorf.
it was like the both of the Meyerdorfs, right?
I just hope the other ladies got out before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Can I make a
Have
There.
we?
observation of the other rooms in this floor?
Yes,
this
you
floor?
can. You can make an investigation check in each room if you'd like. Tell me which room, point at which room, and then make an investigation check. Okay,
The closest room that
Yeah,
would
go
be,
for it. This one. Yeah.
Yeah, investigation.
What are you specifically looking for?
Other dead bodies.
Okay, you do not find any other dead bodies, but since this is a room that is filled with books on the floor, they do kind of grab your attention. And as you look through it, you realize that you find what looks to be a few scrolls. They're very interesting. 2.
I take them with me. For now. To be looked at another time.
Yes. Well, you know, if you quickly look over them, you notice that these are 2 spell scrolls,
Mhm.
and they are first level. One of them is called, Distort Value. I will link that in chat for you. There you go.
Please.
And the other one is called? ID insinuations.
Okay. Great. And the room we have never been in. This one.
In this room, you notice like a spot on this carpet that probably. Whoa! What is happening? Shit. Sorry. I have to log into the game again. On the carpet, you see like a spot that used to probably have a bed. It seems to be a bedroom. Roll an investigation check to see if you can find anything here, like bodies or stuff like that. In this room, you do not find any bodies. You do notice that in this corner here is a chest that is double locked. You see a lot of wood with scrapes on it. There's an axe stuck in it as well. It seems that whoever tried to loot this place was unable to open this chest and has just left it there.
Okay. This would be a bathroom, I would believe.
Yeah, there's a bathtub in there. Make an investigation check if you'd like.
I think that it's flooding.
It is flooding, yes. You do not see any trace of bodies here, and it seems that this bathtub has been opened up, seemingly for someone who was interested in taking a bath, and has been left to it. It's been flooding the room since.
Yeah. I return to the other people and I tell them there's still a chest that they tried to open by various means, and that there is. Yeah.
I could
There might
try
be a
and break the
possibility.
chest.
Somebody
Yeah.
tried that before you. There's literally an axe stuck to the top of the chest.
But I'm
I
really
don't
strong.
believe it's a normal chest. You can certainly try, but I think if we want to open it, we should try to, to find
Maybe if-
another way to open it. Maybe there's a key hidden somewhere.
Well,
Does any
Bjorn,
of
I-
you how to know how to pick a lock?
Not really, no.
And I've seen Brion do some pretty amazing stuff. I don't think a chest is that much of a deal for her.
And I could help her. Two of us are
Usually
pretty
it's
strong
not.
together. Even
It-
more.
Alduin, we both saw that Lady Meyersdorp, or presumably Lady Meyersdorp, opened a small.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll when we'll go to the desk and try to find the hidden drawer that was there.
Yeah, so you go to the desk, make an investigation check to see if you can find the hidden drawer.
11.
You're trying to bump it into places, and it seems you are unable to find this drawer.
Okay, I'll just take time to find it.
Okay. If you are taking the time to find this with an 11 investigation, I believe it would take you 2 hours to really be able to open it. Unless you want to do with brute force and break this desk, then I would give you maybe an hour to chip away at the mechanism in it.
Is there any way for me to help him right now?
You are busy investigating these rooms and taking time to do that.
I walked back to, communicate that we found the chest.
Okay. I will let you help him with that, and we can reduce it to 45 minutes if you both are trying to look through this.
I'll
You
take
guys
that
want to
as a
take some
win.
time?
I mean, what kind of authority would be looking here now?
No one. The class, but they're not expecting any trouble.
The town is already not wanting to do anything with us, and
I don't
Yeah.
have. I'm not a smart person, but I don't have a very good feeling about this. I think we should get what we can get. Probably take an hour. I will bash into the chest, see if I can break in,
just
and then
don't
we should
try
holler.
to. I think you should certainly try to open the chest. Just
then
don't
we-
try to break the locks per se, and we'll try to open find the key in this. Maybe there was a key on Lady Meyersdorf's person, or Lord Meyersdorf.
What would you like to do, guys? Do you want to take the time? Because you did ask for it, Aldwin.
Yeah. Well, we will take the 45 minutes to try and open the secret
Okay,
compartment.
so you are
And-
now taking a full 45 minutes to open this desk. Notate
And
your
in the
actions.
meantime, I am going to bash into the top of the chest where it has already been a little bit damaged.
Okay, then roll for attack.
Can I use my throwing axe, but then just keep it in my
I
hand
would-
and chip away at the wood?
You can use your yeah, it's just with an axe then, I think. Then
Yeah.
roll to attack with your axe, and then it's
Hand
also
axe.
Let the archer
hand
help
axe
you a little
damage.
bit. I give her guidance.
Okay. With a
1d4.
15. Give me 1 second for the.
The chests moves away out of your.
You can add
Side steps.
1d4, Leon, because of the guidance.
Can I just use bless? It's a 1d4 as well.
Yeah, I just need to find the AC of the chest.
Oh no, this is an attack roll, isn't it? Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
It isn't a ability check.
Nope.
So then you wouldn't be able to use the
Okay,
guidance.
so
for
the
this
3
one.
is invalid.
Okay. So with a 15, you hit against it, and you notice that this is fortified wood. It seems to be so strong, it's very difficult to chip away at it.
Okay. And then I have 45 minutes, so could I try to jam my pike into the little creak of the opening, and then
Okay.
just yank.
Make an athletics check.
Oh god damn it!
You jam it, it does not move.
Oh, did I? Damn it.
Okay, what if I hang my full weight on it?
It still does not move. It's a very, very strong chest here.
Okay.
Do you want to continue to do more? You can make another athletics check to see if you can.
You got
I'll
45 minutes.
crunch my teeth and I'll pump myself up a couple of times. I'll go like, and I'll do it again.
Okay. With this check, in the next 30 minutes, you do manage to bend the lock,
Bend.
but it does not open.
Okay. From all the strength I poop myself? No kidding. So and I have time still?
No, it's like with a 10 athletics. You are trying to break this chest, but all you manage to do is bend the metal around the lock.
Okay. And I'll sigh. I'll kick
Okay.
it. And
Yeah?
then I'll walk away.
Okay. So, after 45 minutes, you manage to open the desk. Within this, you find the Lord Meyersdorf signal stamp.
Signet.
Signet stamp. You find some wax for seals. You find some papers. And you find a key. You also find, There was one more thing. And you also find 4 more gems worth 50 gold.
Looky here. So that's a total of. Sorry, what were they worth? 40 gold?
50 gold. 4
50
gems
gold.
of 50
Okay.
gold, yes.
Then I'll just say 9 gems right here.
Yes.
There we go. Alright. What are the chances this is the right key? A lot of locks in this house.
Does
Let's
it look
try.
about size? I'll just try, I guess.
Hey, you all walk to the room and you see Brion there just sweating profusely as she is heavily bending the lock.
Alduin will wait like another 5 minutes.
You little bitch.
As you try and fit the key into the lock, it seems that the key is made out of the exact same metal as the lock, but since the lock is so heavily bent by Brion's efforts, it doesn't go in all the way.
How did the lock bend? What type of
Oh,
lock is
just-
it? It's a padlock?
Nope, it's a lock on it.
Did it integrated in the chest?
Right,
Yes,
so
it's
the
right in the chest.
so the mechanism is
Looks
bent.
well.
I'm saying as a DM, with
Player.
so many checks for this particular chest, you failed.
Yep.
You cannot open it with this lock. You cannot open it with your strength. You cannot open it with athletics. You've tried.
Yeah.
I try use mending on the lock to see if I can restore it to its normal form.
Okay. Okay. That is very clever.
Creative.
No, I like it. You will receive a DM inspiration point.
Yay.
And I will let you mend the bend in this lock. Which means that
Meant to
after
bend.
you have taken a minute to mend this, you are now able to fit the key into this lock and open it without any trouble.
Very nice.
It's empty.
Try again.
Inside, you find a gold locket with a painted portrait inside. You find a pair of engraved bone dice, a silver ewer. You find a small gold bracelet. You find 2 small mirrors in a painted wooden frame. You find a flask that is labeled Potion of Mind Reading. And you find a scroll that also is carefully labeled Protection from Fae.
Interesting. We're just getting everything out of there.
Yeah.
Did you write it
Looks
all
like
down?
crap to me.
I did write everything. I have the bone dice.
I have
still
written down
something.
everything.
Ah, okay,
It's,
great. That's
ewer.
fine.
Ewer, yeah, which is
ewer.
like a can.
Okay.
And it's at this point where you all take your time, carefully leave this manor. You hear quietly outside the villagers just murmuring amongst themselves, but everyone still keeping inside of their houses, as the looting of these guards that have been around Myersdorf Manor have caused quite a ruckus in Mirkfall. You quietly leave Mirkfall, and which way would you decide to go? If you check the docks, you notice that none of the boats are there to make your way over the river to wherever you would like to go. None of the
Turstfield, right?
captains.
We were going by foot to Trust.
So,
Trust
With-
fields.
with
Trustfields.
your recently acquired loot and leaving the dead bodies of the murders of Mirkfall behind, you step outside of Mirkfall as a newly formed group with traumas you have to get through together as you go on to your new adventure in the direction of Thirstfield. And that is where we will stop the session tonight.
There we go.
Awesome.
Still killed him.
That was
I
amazing.
forgot the keys.
Well, thank you everyone for joining. We will be back next week. -1, I believe. I read something about that. But we'll still be here.
Work things.
Traveling sessions. We're having a travel session, basically. Thank you, everyone, for joining. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye bye.